Hey there, Jelly Beans here, coming at ya. I'm going to do some talking about the 12 tribes communities that exist throughout the world. If you're interested in them or have any questions, or here's a good start here. This will be my first video of many. So they have places in South America, North America, of course California, East Coast, Canada, Europe, Australia. They're all over the place. Wikipedia says there's about 25 to 3,000 members, which sounds good. They all live together and share everything in common, just like Acts 2 and 4 is what they claim. And that means that they share all the money, all the resources. They have all their meals together. They share the same house, although not the same bedrooms. They share all the workload. They have meetings twice a day for everybody to come to that are like kind of that helps them to teach the disciples what to think and how to think, and how to be a disciple of Jesus or Yeshua. So they believe in Jesus, and they believe that his return is on the brink, and that so their goal is to get themselves and their children ready for his return, and also to go out in the world and find all the lost sheep who are looking for God's people. And of course they claim to be the only ones. Anyways, so there's no outside influence within the communities. There's no news, there's no radios, there's computers, but only specific people can use them for specific purposes. No outside information, no books, no movies, no news, anything is not allowed in the communities. And so they all have their own books, and they have their own music, and everything that they share is from within the communities. And so the children are all taught at home. There's a very specific way to raise children that there's many teachings about. So a lot of times the women, especially with children, all work at home, do laundry, cleaning, lunches, dinner, all that stuff, childcare, and a lot of times the men go out. There's different ways that the organization makes money. They have cafes and delis called the Mate Factor Cafe. There's a few of those around, and the Yellow Deli is a very popular one, or the Common Ground Cafe. There's different ones located in the different communities. And they also have tree trimming businesses, and there's soap making businesses. They have farms. They do farmers markets sometimes. There's all sorts of ways that they get out into the world. But it's always the goal when they do that is to find other people who are looking for them. So that's their way. That's some of the ways that they evangelize and find people. And all the money they make is put back into the pool, and it's for the good of the community. So nobody makes their own money. No one works for a wage or anything. It all just goes back into the common pool. There's multi-generations living together at the same roof, and everyone, it's all just together a lot. Let's see. I lived within the communities for 8 years. I had 2 children there. I was married in there, and so I got a pretty good taste of what it's like to live within the communities, and I've went through a lot of therapy and processed a lot of things, and been able to just let things go a lot. So I come from a perspective that's not bitter, but it is informed. So that's why I'm making these videos, because I think it's important that people can really have an understanding about what the 12 tribes is really about, coming from a place of understanding, not from bitterness or coming against them or anything. It's just information, and information is crucial when you make decisions, especially that affect the rest of your life, because when people do want to join the community, they're asked to give up everything that they own, and even their own identity, and everything about themselves gets washed down the river, and when you come back up, you're a brand new person. So it's a big commitment, and it's a lifelong commitment. So it's important that you know what you're doing before you make that leap. So if yourself or anyone that you know is considering it, just urge them to slow down and really understand what's happening, because it's a very large commitment. Um, so yeah, in my experience, the people that were there were very kind and loving, and really, cared for me in a genuine way. Although a lot of times it was pretty hardcore and harsh as well. But yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that there's good-hearted people within this place. There's just a program that is instilled in everybody, that people are willing to take on, and so really it's this program that is just kind of an umbrella over the whole group. And if you get out of that umbrella, then you're not a part of the group, and so there's a pressure to stay under the umbrella within the program. Anyways, so that would be my first introductionary video about the 12 tribes. I can go into some more details about specific areas as time passes. If there's a specific one that you want to know about, feel free to write it in the comments. But besides that, I guess that's a wrap. So thanks for watching, and hope all is well in your world.